Hey guys, Anthony B back with another video, and in this video I'm gonna be reviewing. I haven't done a Lego review in a while, but I just ordered this because it looked really cool. It's the Lego Ideas International Space Station. Here it is. I'll show you the back really quick. So here it is, all put together and stuff. I'll do a little review on it, like I said, after I'm finished building it. It's got a little spot where the space station can connect to it, I think. It's got an arm that can hold the satellite. You can put, like, the satellite onto here. Yeah, that's about it for the box. Here's the sides. Not too much. Yeah, it's, pretty cool. It's not as big as I thought. Here's the Lego Saturn V, and here's like the box compared to it. It's not a giant box, but you know what? It's apparently it's a pretty big set. So let's just hop right into it. I'll come back when I'm finished. So yeah.
Remind all the peoples of the world in so many countries throughout the world that this is what we all are striving for in the future. America's challenge of today has forged man's destiny of tomorrow. And as we leave the moon and Taurus literal, we leave as we came, and God willing, as we shall return, with peace and hope for all mankind. Godspeed the crew of Apollo 17.
Hopefully you guys liked that little montage that I made there. It was a Apollo 17 quote. Yeah, it was an Apollo 17 quote, the last mission to the moon. So yeah, let's just get into the review now. Let me zoom the camera out a little bit. So we'll start from the bottom and work our way up in around the sides and stuff. So we have this nice little plate that says International Space Station. It's reflective and stuff. It comes with 3 astronauts. We got one up here doing a little spacewalk. I'll get into that in a little bit. But so we have those 2 little astronauts. We have I'm not quite sure if this is based after the SpaceX. It kind of looks the SpaceX capsule. It kind of looks a little bit like it. But so does this little capsule up here. Oh, whoops. No. So does this little capsule up here. I just have it on a hook. So does this. It kind of looks like it a little bit, just without the solar panels on the side. But yeah, and then over here we have the Soyuz capsule, which is mainly used by Russia and America, or was used, but as you guys might know, the SpaceX is I'm pretty sure it's being contracted to fly to the International Space Station now. It has already flown to the International Space Station once before, I'm pretty sure. But here we have a little space shuttle. It's got like moving engines in the back. Nothing too major. We got the little heat shields on the bottom. Yeah. It's pretty cool. We got these little side spots, side things. I don't really know what they're called. I guess they just make it aerodynamic in real life. But I'll show you guys what I sort of did so it can attach to the space station. So that about does it for the bottom part, but if we start moving up a little bit, we can see we have the American section of the space station. I can take this off. Let me just take it off kind of gently. Okay, so here's the American side. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that's the Russian side over there. We have a little docking port, or an EVA port. I believe this is a docking port. I'm not quite sure, for like space shuttle or something like that. Maybe this is a mechanical arm. We have a big mechanical arm up there. I'm not quite sure what this is, but this is just it looks a lot like the International Space Station, like this little part. So does the whole thing. I'm pretty surprised how they did it. But yeah, here's the little American module. Not really too much to go over right there. And this is one of the parts that crew live in. This whole part, I'm pretty sure no crew lives in. I'm pretty sure because I've looked it up a little bit, but not too much. I'm more of like, I look up like older space things like Gemini, Apollo, the N1 and stuff like that. But so let's move on to this little hook thing up here. It moves in all directions. It goes up and down on that bar right there. I know this mechanical arm's supposed to move like all the way across here. Obviously, they couldn't really do that with the limited things that Lego has, but it's pretty cool that they still added it. It's you can hold little things like this. You can hold the little American module like that. Or like I said, I'm not quite sure. This kind of looks like the SpaceX module, but that attaches right there. See, it moves like that, up and down, and up and down, and then this one moves up and down, and it can rotate. But that's pretty cool. I like it quite a lot. Up here we have a little guy going on an EVA. But, I'll move the camera a little bit so we can look at the top of the module. Hold on, let me spin the camera a little bit around. Let me just unzoom it a little bit. Okay, hold on, move it over a little bit. Okay, there we go. Hold on, tighten the tripod a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna stand up for this because I don't know what the camera's seeing currently. So, as you can, right here we have these little, what this does, I'm pretty sure, is that the sun, like, beats down on the International Space Station, and since it's not protected by the atmosphere, this whole thing can get pretty hot. So this just kind of absorbs some of the heat. We have the little, this is an EVA dock. That's where actually a lot of astronauts get out and do the spacewalk. Or do their spacewalk, or two people. We have these little antennas right here. They can move around. Same thing over here. These can move around, and so can these. Not really too much to cover, like I said. I think these might be like antennas or something. Like I said, like, I keep on saying like I said, but, there's not really too much to cover on the top. There's more to cover on the back on the Russian side. Let me move my camera back over here. Hold on. Okay. So, I'll show you the little thing that I custom made so the space shuttle can attach onto here. So I made this little special, it's not really too difficult to make. Hold on. So you just get one of these little circle pieces and you put a little dot in it, and that's it. Or you can put the little dot on the space shuttle right here, put it right there, and that's kind of like the docking port. So you'd take that out and you'd replace it with this, and then the space shuttle would come over, and with this little dot clip piece you would just put it in there, and there you go. Now the the space shuttle is now docked to it, and then it can undock. Sometimes the piece will get stuck there, or you can just keep it there. It'll dock, and then it can undock and fly away. It's pretty cool. I wouldn't really recommend it for like kids, but you can definitely play with this. I've played with it a little bit, and it's pretty fun, honestly, to mess around with it. Some of the pieces are pretty fragile because they're only held on by like one stud. So let's move to the solar panels on the side. Oh my god, see, this piece keeps on falling off. So there we go. Okay, now move this right here. Move that over a little bit. Okay, so here are the main spots, or the main solar arm, and as you can see, it can move around to like on the actual one, it like moves to point towards the sun, and so can these move sideways, so it can move up and down, and left and right, and that's the same with all of these. If we flip it all the way around, you can see we got more like little heat radiation things. I'm not quite sure what they're called, but like I said, very detailed. These are actually on there. So are these solar panels. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's basically the same exact thing on the other side. So now let's flip on over to the Russian side. Now, I am not quite sure what the Russian side looks like. Mainly, pictures of the International Space Station are taken from the American side, but sometimes I'm pretty sure this is the Russian side, but sometimes it's sort of unclear what the Russian side looks like. Let me pull this off. Oh, we got a lot of cool things under here. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. I'm not gonna take that off. It's fine. I'll move that. I'm gonna take it out of the tripod because this will just be a little bit easier to do. There we go. Now I'm holding the camera. So the Russians have a lot of solar panels for some reason. We got one right there. We got two big ones, and all these little things are Soyuz capsules. Like the one up here, and you can undock each one of them and fly them away. Yeah. You can undock them all. Pretty playful set. Like I said, here's another one right there. We have the little, a lot of pictures are taken from Earth right there. That's, I forgot what that's called. It's, the Observatory or something, and it's basically just a giant circle thing that sticks out of the space station, and, astronauts can go in there and take pictures of Earth, do time lapses or whatever. So we have a docking port right there. I'll flip it around and show you guys in a minute. Not really too much more, honestly. Need to look around a little bit. So we have 3 Soyuz capsules. I'm not quite sure what that is, but this is what the back of it looks like. It looks pretty cool. So we got the Russian side, the American side. Honestly, really everything is here. I looked at the International Space Station. I looked at some of the features that it had, like pictures of it. It nailed all of it for it being completely made out of Lego. There's not any parts of this that isn't Lego, so they really nailed it on this. So, yeah, that about does it for the, International Space Station, the Lego International Space Station review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I haven't really done that many, Lego videos, but It's pretty cool because Lego's coming out with a lot more space sets, like you can see right there. The Saturn V and the Apollo 11 lunar lander. It's Lego's coming out with a lot of other things. But yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to smash that like button. And anyway, I'm out. Peace.